bit of the process of what I do when I am making a new infographic for my newsletter. So let me just run through a couple of the stages that I do. So I start with Spotify, and this week I'll be going over this episode from Demand Gen U focused on zero-click content. The next thing I do is usually I will listen to the podcast and I'll take notes. And I take my notes and then I organize them. But I tried something different this time where I used a system called Otter. And this actually transcribed the podcast when I played it. So I was able to go through, get all the notes in here, and then as I was listening to it again, I was able to highlight key notes. After I come up with the key notes that I want to do, one of the things I have to do is I have to tell a story. So I pull out my actual sketchbook, paper and pencil, and I take all my notes, and I take the notes that I have and I rewrite it and I organize it as a story. And I try to follow the Simon Sinek why, how, what method of storytelling. So knowing the topic that I want to do this week and about how it's all about zero-click content, the visual theme that I wanted to do was follow Google's system, a visual identity system. So one of the things I did before I came on here is I found the fonts and colors that Google uses, which is Product Sans and Roboto. And then I also found their colors, which you can see down here. I pulled out their colors already. And then I went and I used Figma to find some examples of what the Google interface looks like, both on desktop and mobile. And I did this with a couple other systems also. Like one of the things I'll get into is Twitter. So, because I'll talk about Twitter also with zero-click. So I found these interfaces so that I have a basis to work from. But what I want to do now is actually show you the beginning of how I start this newsletter. So I will turn down my video so you can see what I'm doing. So Google obviously has a white background. Content. So the title of this issue is going to be The Benefits of Zero-Click Content. So usually when I'm working on one of these headlines is I want, a big, bold couple letters to really kind of show what I want people to realize and take away, like at quick glance. Because a lot of times when people see this, it's going to be a small thumbnail, either on social media or in their newsletter, or that somebody else shares. People are going to glance, and this is a great topic. The article is really impressive. I think you should definitely check that out. But this is a great topic, and I think zero-click is going to help grab a lot of eyeballs. So one of the things I want to do with this, and I have it in my notes, is I want to see if I can get that Google style. Blue and red. So first glance, I think this does make me think of this. These are getting a little bit lost. So I wonder if I can try a thicker version of Product Sans. It's not in there. Okay. So if you zoom out, you can see that this looks fairly Google-ish to start. Now, I will continue making upgrades to this, but I want to give everyone a little sneak preview of kind of the process that I go through. I can dive into deeper detail on this in later videos. Thanks.